Senator Lindsay Graham, Republican of South Carolina. Of course, he's running for president. Senator Graham, how are you, sir? Let me start. This is what I want to get you to follow up on something you said earlier today. If you think the shooting in California is about gun control, then you don't understand what's going on in the world. Expand. What do you view this shooting as?
Two people got radicalized somehow, had an IED factory in their house, took a bunch of innocent lives based on a jihadist view of the world, and to think otherwise is pretty ridiculous. This is not a, they may have problems at work, but they were intending to do more than that. So I just don't believe this is a gun control issue. This is a kind of a hybrid symptom of radical Islam. They're not on anybody's list, but clearly when he went back to Saudi Arabia, he came back with a plan in mind, and that plan was to kill people based on his religious views.
Senator, this is a American-born Muslim.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is not a natural. This is second generation.
Yeah.
This is somebody that had a good job,
Yep.
new family.
Yep.
This is not the profile of what we think is somebody who could get radicalized. And we should again say allege. What is the public policy solution if we don't see this coming?
Okay, number one, I think this is a symptom of a greater problem. ISIL is winning in the eyes of a lot of people in the world for whatever reason are drawn to the ideology because they're winning. The day you take Raqqa away from ISIL, the day the caliphate begins to fold, the day you pull it up out of the ground by its roots, things like this are less likely. At the end of the day, you got to do two things. You got to kill terrorists who are irreconcilable, and you got to get ahead of this and build up the lives of others. A small schoolhouse in a remote region in Afghanistan educating a poor young girl will do more damage to the Taliban than a bomb. But there's certain people that are going to be drawn to this ideology, and the more potent it is in the eyes of the world and the more it's seen as a winner, the more of this you'll have. So destroy the caliphate would be a good step forward.
What do you say to Americans that are concerned now that may sit there and say, I don't believe that a American Muslim can get radicalized like this? What do you say to Americans to tell them not to be afraid?
I'm not afraid of the faith. Our hope lies within the faith. There is a war going on inside of Islam where 99% of those who practice the faith reject what this man did. The only way America will ever be safe is help people in the faith who are trying to reform Islam and destroy radical Islam from within the faith. Our goal, our requirement is to build up others who will reject this ideology. What Mr. Trump is doing is helping ISIL. I just got back from Iraq. When an American political leader suggests that this is a war against all Muslims, they're helping ISIL. I'm not about to follow people around because of their faith and monitor a mosque without a warrant. We're Americans, and you're playing into the hands of the enemy. To the American people, most Muslims are not this way. They're all not the same. I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan 36 times now, and I can tell you more Muslims have died fighting this ideology than anybody. We need to help them.
Senator, since you were in Iraq, I want to ask you about this